Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. Today is another WWE 2K26 wishlist video. This time, we're going to talk about My Rise, probably my favorite mode other than Universe mode. I love the fact that we could use our created wrestlers this year. That was really freaking awesome, just seeing them talk to each other and interact instead of separating it for two different storylines. Kind of like 2K20 did. It's just the story itself in 2K20 was so bad. It was good, and in a way it was like cringe to watch, but Hothead Red and Trey, very like, it was so bad you wanted to see how bad it got. So it kind of incentivized you to keep playing it. But luckily this year was much better. The whole mutiny thing, everything, I really liked it. And I don't want to give away spoilers if you haven't beat it, but if you haven't beat it by now, well, what are you doing? Anyway, so number one on my wish list for My Rise in 2K26 and beyond, but since 2K26 is pretty much 3 months away at this point, let's just focus on 2K26. All right, so number one, no more menu hell. Let me walk around the arena like SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. Now, in SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, they gave you like a time limit, but you could walk around back in first person view behind, backstage is what I was trying to say. Backstage, and you could go talk to random wrestlers. You can engage with them. You could create like a potential storyline. You could tag team with them. You could just get a match. There's one where you could talk to like Goldberg, and he gets all pissed off and pretty much beats you up in a match. There was a lot of cool different things in there, and you could go talk to the GM and try to get a title match. It kind of made it feel like a wrestling RPG, kind of what I thought the island was going to be, but they decided to take that in a different direction. So for My Rise, it'd be cool if we could just walk around behind the scenes in the backstage area, and even gorilla position before your match starts. Now, if you don't want that, these games are really good at giving you options. Again, this is just an option. They give us the option to toggle that off and keep it the way it is now, where it's just menu-based. Because I know a lot of people don't like walking around in my comments, which shocks me. It's like, don't you want the game to be more like innovative and feel like the show? I guess not. They just want to go right to the action and get through the story as quick as possible, I guess. For me, I would have a blast walking around the backstage, talking to people, instead of it just being a menu system. So if they are going to innovate My Rise, I hope they do that next year, because it'd be super fun to just walk around behind backstage and go talk to Adam Pearce, go talk to Nick Aldis, go talk to pretty much anybody. Go start a tag team with Bailey. Go stop Nikki Bella from getting beat up, or go team up with Brock Lesnar, or something totally crazy. Give you a ton of options, and it really makes it feel more dynamic that way. Anyway, I think that'd be really cool. Number two, stat tracking, just like Here Comes the Pains. It kept track of title wins, how many times you won the title, win-loss record for each, and every wrestler in season mode. So, if memory serves me well, because I have not played Here Comes the Pain for a very long time, but I distinctively remember that one of the reasons why I played 30, 40 years of its season mode is because it kept your stats tracked very well. I maxed out pretty much how many times you could win every championship in that mode. So I had 99 championship wins. I believe it was 99 that was maxed out for the US title, the WWE title, I think it was the Intercontinental title. Wait, was the US title in that game? Again, it's been a long time. But anyway, every single title in that game, I maxed out. And it was kind of funny. It was like, oh, it only stops at 99? So basically, I had lost the title every single season playthrough just so I could win it again to try to max that out. And I remember there's a forced storyline if you're the main champion where they force you to lose it for the story. And that used to annoy the crap out of me, but it helped me win the title 99 times, because in other words, or what I'm trying to say is, it would have been really cool to play for 30 years and have never lost the title. But in the story mode, they forced it to make it so you had to lose. So anyway, stat tracking for all of that stuff would be super cool. And we kind of talked about that in the locker room video I made, which go check that out because that's really cool. Anyway, stat tracking. Number three for My Rise, and this, I feel like there's a lot of people that want this, myself included, is allow us to select our voice for the mode. The last, 4 or 5 games, you've had a pre-selected voice, and that's it. And that's the voice for the entire My Rise mode. Now, it would be really cool if they gave you a selection of, let's say, 3 to start, and then as the games go on through years and years, up to like 10 or something, but for the first time they do it, they could have 3 different voices. Try to cover different accents and stuff like that, because it's always one voice for each, both the male and female wrestler. And what if you want to play through different characters and they all have the same voice? Kind of, I don't know, it just kind of ruins the appeal of it. Although most people probably only beat it once or twice, but if you want to unlock everything, typically in the last couple games, you've had to beat it at least 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 times if you miss something. So it'd just be a really nice little feature if we could have a voice selection. That'd be really cool. Number 4, and I see this a lot in my comments too, kind of like a road to WrestleMania, let us play as the main roster, just like Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain, just have them with text dialogues or use AI for their voices. Personally, I won't use the real wrestlers, but I know people out there want to, and why not? This is just another option. If they can't get it for every wrestler on the roster, because there's like 400 wrestlers, they could just select 5 male, 5 female, and then have those wrestlers come in and do the voice acting for the mode. I feel like that's pretty fair. They could really, if you don't want to play as your created wrestlers, how cool it'd be if you could play as like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, or heck, CM Punk and AJ Lee, or if they have the dynamic of both male and female again, or whatever. That'd be so awesome. That'd be super freaking cool. Number 5. It'd be really cool to have exhibition matches, like in 2K25, but allow us to pick match type and keep everything at random. So within My Rise mode, let's say you want to level up your wrestler, earn extra points. They did have a little something where you could earn, I forget exactly what it was, but you can earn points to unlock stuff, and it's just random matches. Take it a step further, and I don't necessarily want to have to like set up who I'm facing and all this stuff. Just let me pick like what match type I want to do. I want to do Hell in a Cell, I want to do a tag team, and then everything else, you could just fill out the blanks for you, right? And if they have a cool dynamic system where you're friends or foes with certain people, let's say you're a heel, then these are the pool of people you can pick for a tag team partner. If you're a face, vice versa. It'd be really cool to just like endlessly play the mode after you beat it in exhibition matches, pretty much continuing to build up your stats and max out your character. I think that'd be a really cool little addition. Number 6, Endless New Game Plus. If I want to play 30 years of My Rise and have all my title wins carry over, I should be able to. 2K25 has a New Game Plus, but it doesn't have any stat tracking. Like, last I checked, it does not have like an awesome full-blown stat tracking system to where it's like, how many times have you beaten this mode? How many times, have you started a clean slate? How many times did you play as this wrestler? Like, again, stat tracking. I want stat tracking in these games. Number 7, much like my video about the locker room, in fact, when I was making this list, that I decided to pivot and make that video a whole separate video, and I want a locker room like in 2007 SmackDown vs. Raw with full customization options and everything. I feel like if they were going to do this would probably be the mode they do it in. And I feel like that would be a perfect way to track all your stats, career highlights, and everything within My Rise mode. Although I'd much rather have it for all modes. But to start, they could do it in My Rise, and I think that would be perfect. If you want more information on that and what exactly I want from that, I made a whole 10-15 minute video talking about that. Go check that out. Now, one last thing for My Rise. That's one thing I should have added to the list. I want online co-op for My Rise and Universe mode. That would be so fun. Imagine going a tag team division playthrough. Let's say they had to separate it because it's an online mode only, or has online. You could use the in-game NPC or whatever. But how cool would that be if they could take it to where there's a tag team playthrough storyline, and you and a friend online or locally, of course, could play through the entire story mode in co-op. That would be super fun. My buddy and I, who've been friends since we were kids, he's kind of like my second brother, my little brother. We've always wanted like a co-op story mode where you could just play through the entire story as either tag champs, and then it ends with you facing each other for the World Heavyweight title. So just something dynamic like that would be so cool. And I don't know if they could ever pull that off, but that would be super awesome. Anyway, this is just a quick list for My Rise wish list. I'm sure there's a ton of things I missed. I only beat My Rise once this year because I kept waiting for them to fix the Creator Wrestler, which they did, but they kept breaking it off and on. So it kind of like made me not want to play it. I was like, I'm scared to play it because it might break my Creative Wrestlers again. And well, now we're 3 months away from the new one, and now I'm kind of like, do I want to keep playing it, or do I want to just wait for the new one now? So, heck, we got 3 months. There's plenty I could do with the game in 3 months. But while we wait, it's fun to just make a wish list for the next game. I doubt half this stuff will happen, but I don't think any of it's too crazy to happen. What are some things on your wish list? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me again. Again, I've said it a bunch of times the last couple of videos. Thank you so much for helping the channel get to 6,000. It's really helped motivate me to keep going. So thank you very much. As always, stay frosty.
Ah yes, the resident WWE class clown. What can you say about the rumors that are swirling around tonight?
They're all true. Valhalla and I are starting an all-girl pop group. You want in?
I meant the rumors about you going #1 overall in the draft.
Oh, right. Well, it would mean a lot, but it's just an opportunity. You still need to...